Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and uh, I've had several people ask me to explain how a 360 camera works. And as it turns out, my trike from electric e-bikes is packed up and ready to go back, and then they'll send me a brand new one because the bearing went out on the right back wheel. So I got everything ready, and they're going to come by today and pick it up. And I thought, well, since I won't be making videos riding my trike, I might as well make a video to answer some of the questions that a few people have had. Now, not long ago, I got a 360 camera, and right now we're just looking at it's a DJI Osmo action camera, and it works great, but it's not a 360 camera. Now, this I'll take this out of the case in a minute, but this is an Insta360, and they have different, you can get different setups, but I ordered the one with the extra handle on it because the handle expands out, and that's what holds it out when I'm riding my e-trike. Okay, now I'm going to get this. I hope this is not too close. I haven't checked this out, but you keep the cover on it because, first of all, when you look at it, it looks like a normal camera, except that, I'll put this in my pocket, except that it's got a lens on this side and a lens on the back side. And the lenses, if you notice, they're convex. In other words, they stick out. It's not like on the camera that's doing the videotaping right now. You have an angle of view, like coming out this way and out this way. But with a convex lens, it's like well, it's not like a prism, but it's prism type idea of over on the sides down here. This part here is picking up what's down there. This part's picking up what's up there, and so you got one on each side, and it reminds me of a fish or a bird. Birds have their eyes on the side rather than in front, and I never knew why until one day I was riding my motorcycle years ago at 40 miles an hour in a rainstorm, and when those raindrops hit you in the eye, it's like getting hit with a rock. So, so that's why birds and fish have their eyes on the side of their head. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up these cameras so that you can see how I would make a 360 video, and then we'll go in the house and put it on the computer, and I'll show you the editing program that comes free with the camera and how to use it. So that's our plan, and I gotta put this. See, what the thing is because that sticks out, you don't want to lay it down on the table or anything because it'll put little scratches right on the tip of the convex lens, and then you'll have a gray spot in the middle of your video after that. So they give you this nice padded case to put it in, and that way you can lay it down wherever you want. And so anyway, that's a 360, and we're going to go ahead and set up to make a video using this. All right, so stay tuned. All right, now we're taking videos with the 360, the Insta360 camera, and the Osmo action camera, which is in the background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the 360 camera is going to stay in one place. It's not going to move, but I'm going to move. And then when we go in the house and sit down at the computer, that's when I can move what I want the camera to be to make the video from. So okay, so I'm going to go over this direction and walk over here, and this is my old office chair that's sitting outside. Then I'll walk back here, and this is the DJI Osmo action camera. Okay, then I'll walk around over here, This is my son's new Greyhound bus. It's been converted to a motor coach that you can live in and travel in, and he just got that over the last weekend. Him and 3 other guys worked for about 3 or more days getting it. It's been sitting for 8 years and wouldn't start, so, or it start, but nothing worked, so they had to fix that. Then drove it home, and everything is in working order now, but there's a lot of things that need to be worked on yet. So anyway, so I thought that would be interesting for you. Now I'm going to come back and stand in front of the camera like I started. And so now we'll wind this up. We'll go in the house and we'll put it on the computer, and I'll show you how the editor works. But basically, a 360 camera, you just leave it sit and then start the recording, and away you go. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to go in the house and sit down at the computer. All right, here we are at the computer, and this is what the 360 camera is looking at. And so as you can see, you can zoom in and zoom out, but that's what it starts out with. And of course, you zoom out too far, well then it'll go up to the well, let's just do it. We'll do this. No, can't get it to work. All right, so there we are. So we'll have that. Now we're going to start playing. We go down here and click on the play button, or you can hit the space bar and it'll start to play. And then here I come. All right, now we're going to pause it, and I'm going to zoom in so we just have the picture we want to see, and then we'll go ahead and start it up again. Oh, by the way, this little dot down here, this little plus sign, that's what we want right there. We want that to be right there where we're starting the video. So that's a marker, okay? And then we'll hit the space bar, and he's about ready to start talking. Let's turn it up a little bit here. And we'll back up here. All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1. All right, now we're taking videos with the 360, the Insta360 camera, and the Osmo action camera, which is in the background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the 360 camera is going to stay in one place. It's not going to move, but I'm going to move. And then when we go in the house and sit down at the computer, that's when I can move what I want the camera to be, to make the video from. So, okay, so I'm going to go over this direction.
Okay, wait, before we go, we've got to put a marker in so it remembers where it's been all this time. Otherwise, it'll start moving. It would have started moving before. So here we go.
And walk over here.
Okay, so he's going over there. So we'll stop. We'll hit a marker. And we'll drag this picture over here. And just pick it up right about there.
This is my old office chair that's sitting outside. Then I'll walk back here.
Okay, now we'll stop. Make the marker. Come around. And catch him as he goes over to, he's going to come over to that little camera on that little stand. So here we go.
This is the DJI Osmo action camera. Okay, then I'll walk around over here.
Okay, we'll make a marker. I might have made a mistake there. We'll see here. Okay, now that's a good place to stop. So let's go around and drag it over here. See if we can zoom in anymore. That's as far as we can get. Okay, here we go.
This is my son's new Greyhound bus.
By the way, if we want to zoom in more, when we go into the regular editor that I use to make my videos, I can zoom in more during that time. So let's go ahead and listen.
It's been converted to a motor coach that you can live in and travel in. And he just got that over the last weekend. Him and 3 other guys worked for about 3 or more days getting it. It's been sitting for 8 years and wouldn't start. So, or it started, but nothing worked. So they had to fix that. Then drove it home, and everything is in working order now. But there's a lot of things that need to be worked on yet. So anyway, so I thought that would be interesting for you. Now I'm going to come back and.
Okay, now then, we gotta wait. We gotta get him back over here. Before he moves, we have to make a marker. Now then, he can move.
So anyway, so I thought that would be interesting for you. Now I'm going to come back and stand in front of the camera.
Okay, now we're going to move around here. And I think we'll zoom, we'll back up a little bit. All right.
Like I started. And so now we'll wind this up. We'll go in the house and we'll put it on the computer and I'll show you how the editor works. But basically a 360 camera, you just leave it sit and then start the recording and away you go.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're going to.
So stay tuned. We're going to go in the house and sit down at the computer.
Okay. Now then, there's the line. This is our timeline. And so we're going to make a marker there. And we're also going to, over here, this would cut everything off up from the left into the video. We don't want to do that. But we do want to cut everything off to the right. So we'll cut that off. So that's where it ends. Now, if we go down over to the other side, we come all the way over here to where it started and go right about there. Then we can hit this one, and that'll shorten up our video a little bit. Okay? And so now we'll wind this up. We'll go in the house, and we'll put it on the... Okay, so we got it the way... I need to start over and fix it, but I'll show you what I would do to do that. But we'll go ahead and render this. All right. So we're gonna just call it camera demo, and I always use my rendered files with an uppercase. So this is, and we're gonna put it in the folder that I created for the camera, which is right there. Okay. So we know the folder and the file name, and we're going to click on folder. Now we come down here, and this is the part that I didn't quite understand. I want my bit rate to be at least 50. We'll just type it in. Well, 51's good. And then down here is where we want to set our resolution, and it's going to be 5720. And that's 5.7. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and start the export, which I'll cut out the long, lengthy wait for it. All right, well, if you heard that little jingle, that tells me that it has been rendered. So let's just double check. We'll go down and we'll go to the folder. And there's the folder, and right there. Now, if I like that, I'll keep it, and we'll move from there. But if I don't like it, by the way, I could go back here, somewhere in here, and we got to get it moved. There we go. Somewhere in here, somewhere, before I started walking. When I got there, okay, I should have, let's see, let's move this. Okay, well, anyway, now at that point there, I should have made one of these to hold it in place, but it didn't. So suppose I want to just do it again. Over here on the right side, there's some different editing tools, and this one here, it says create a new clip. So I've got one clip all done, so I click this, and now it starts out with nothing, and I can start all over again. And by the way, it takes a while to render. You got to realize that all the different shots that are going together here makes a very large file. Okay, so that's how the software works. And then now that I've got the video I need, that's the one I'll go ahead and use and put into my regular editor, and then I'll go ahead and continue on. So that's how that's done. I'm going to go ahead and put it together and make a finished video out of this and put it up on YouTube. So at this point in time, I'll say thank you for watching, and God bless.